Okay, so we're going to go through the second paper. Hopefully you've had a go at the first few questions and we're going to go through them. Before I go any further though, I just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, have a lovely break. Do remember that your mocks are in January as soon as you come back, so please use those papers Mr Crowley gave you on Monday evening. Go through those and mark them yourselves at home, as well as other revision focusing on topics which you've struggled with previously. Sorry I can't be there, but everyone have a lovely Christmas. And we'll go to question 1. So here it tells you to solve this equation. To begin with, get rid of the brackets. That leaves you with 5x minus 6 is equal to 3x subtract 3. Now get all your x's to one side by getting rid of the smaller amount of x. So we are going to subtract 3x from both sides. That leaves you with 2x minus 6 is equal to negative 3. Add over the 6 to the other side, so you're left with x's by themselves. Negative 3 plus 6 is positive 3, and then finally divide by the 2. You can leave your answer as a fraction or give it as a decimal. In question 2, we buy 12 bottles of water which costs £5.64. She sells each of them for 50p each. So if she sells 12 bottles at 50p, she actually sells them for a total of £6. She wants to know her percentage profit. We know to work out the percentage change, that can be profit or loss. It is the difference between the two amounts over the original, however much you bought them for, times 100. So our difference would be £6. Take away the £5.64 that she paid, which is 36 pennies, or 0.36 pounds. We're going to keep it in pounds because our original cost is also in pounds. Our original cost was £5.64. So now we type this into our calculator and we get our answer of 6.38297%. Says to one decimal place, so 6.4 is your final answer. In this next question, he walks around the circle with diameter 80 metres. So from G all the way to C, we know is 80 metres. Find the distance he walks between one point and the next point. So first of all, we need to work out the circumference. We know that that is pi times diameter. So pi times by 80, and that is equal to 251.327. So now we can count how many gaps there are to go all the way around. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we divide that answer by 8, we'll get the distance between each of those marks, which is 31.14 metres to one decimal place. Doesn't specify, so as long as you've given the answer 31, 31.4, 31.41, etc., then you are fine. So we know the mean distance will not have changed, as the distance around the circle stays the same. So the circle hasn't got any bigger. Also, there are the same number of points. So we're going around exactly the same size circle and we're stopping off at the same amount of points. So therefore, the mean distance will not have changed. In our next question, we've got some information about blue, yellow, green cubes. So blue, yellow, green. So let's start off with the amount of yellow. Let's say there is one yellow cube in there. We know there's twice as many blue compared to yellow. Therefore, that would be 2. and there's 4 times as many green cubes as blue. So 4 times as many would be 8. She takes a cube at random, find the probability, she takes a yellow cube. Well, there's 1 in there out of 11 in total. If you've got any other fractions which are equivalent to 1/11th, you would get full marks. So for example, 2 over 22, and so on. Just depends what number you used here. Okay, so in question 5, you'd want to use some tracing paper. We're going to make do without on this, but I would always recommend using it. So rotate the trapezium T 180 degrees about the origin. So first of all, we're going to mark our centre of rotation. What I then need to do is put my tracing paper on the page. I would draw around my shape. I would also connect one edge to my shape. The reason I've done that is going to help me because when I've rotated it, you'll be able to see this 180 degree angle. And that tells me, or shows me, where I need to rotate it. Doesn't matter if you rotate it clockwise or anti-clockwise, you'll still get the correct answer. Okay, so after you've rotated it, your shape should look something like that. And we're going to label that trapezium A. Translate trapezium T, so we're going back to the original by this vector 1, -3. Now we remembered this one picture and that helps us with our vector questions. So the first number is our horizontal movement, second number is our vertical movement. So we know we need to move our shape 1 left and 3 down. So I'll do this in a different colour. So we're going to pick 1 point, we're going to go 1 to the left, and we're going to go 3 down, and we're going to plot that new point. Do exactly the same with the next one. Do exactly the same here. Do the same here. And join up your shape. And don't forget to label that